What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing? We just come on here to talk about some MMA news, maybe some Francis Ngannou news. Yo, what's up, Breezy? How's everybody good? I am talking, Rob. What do you want to talk about? Do I hire people? Jalen Nix? Yeah, email us. MMA.uncensored@yahoo.com. Jalen. Good, thanks. Some of y'all are polite. What do you want to talk about? Um, Before James from Lucrative MMA comes on, we're going to talk about some MMA picks, how to make some money. Talking about Francis Ngannou. Everybody wants to talk about Francis Ngannou. Evidently, he's making a ton of money. Stop off at the bank to drop off all the money today. So it looks like win or lose, Francis Ngannou is the winner here. He left the UFC as UFC champion, rolled the dice on himself, then won. What's up, Bruno? I think Oliveira will do better against Islam in the rematch, and I think that Islam still wins. McGregor versus Chandler, I don't know if it's going to happen. I don't vape. Jack Della thoughts. Jack Della should have an easy win coming up. What about you? Yeah, I don't vape, man. Let's see here. Man, let's talk about 7-0 Connor. Oh, geez. 7-0 Connor. I guess one more, he'll be 8-0. That means he'll have nobody to switch over or to fight the other team. You guys like this series, this Tough 31? What do you think? You like it? Heads up, heads down? I think it's okay. I don't know. Diaz, I got Nate Diaz, TKO late. Connor versus Volk. Connor versus Volk. Prime versus Prime. Connor. Now, Volk. Holly Holmes. Let's talk about her. She's fighting this weekend. Main event. Lucrative MMA should be on. He'll talk about Holly Holm. Jahan. I got Alex. I got Alex Pereira. Who do you guys got? John Bohovich or Alex Pereira? What do y'all think? Let's see. Let me just make sure we got Lucrative coming on here. Give me 1 second, guys. All right. Let's talk about UFC this weekend. That's what we're going to talk about, Jay. Give us just a minute. James from Lucrative MMA is coming on. Alex KL. You know, I'm kind of leaning towards that. Dr. Leopard, PhD. I like your handle. Dr. Leopard, PhD. Go check that guy out. Yeah, I like it. I think everybody's talking about, John Bohovich, however you say it. I have a weird accent, so Khabib or Kamzat. I think probably Kamzat because of the size. What do you think? Let's see what we got here. Wave. I'm gonna say hi to everybody. Ngannou would win. Well, Ngannou did win. He's gonna get paid a lot of money. Anytime, Dr. Leopard. Seems like a cool dude. It's a great handle, man. Papa Gio. What's up, Papa Gio? You know, Papa Gio, I was looking at an old interview we did a year ago. You were like a young little lad. I think you were like 15 years old. Remember that, Papa Gio? It's on our YouTube, MMA Uncensored YouTube. Go check it out. Papa Gio, he's a funny dude. It's not his real name. What's up, Marsal? What's up, Ace? Lucrative MMA should be on soon. James is going to talk about picks, how to make money. I'm just going through here checking out all the people. If you want to come live, we can go live with me after we talk to Lucrative MMA. Khabib would win because he's not called Eagle for no reason. Wow, that's a good one. Can you follow me? I can follow you. I'll follow you after the show. All right. You guys want some? I'd say McGregor. Okay, here we got Dimitri. Hold one, inviting my cousin in this. There we go. I'd say McGregor never comes back. He's too busy drinking. I think he's going to come back. Yeah. Let's see. All right, sorry, I had to do some invitations. What you guys want to talk about before James comes on? He'll be on here in a minute. Papa Gio. Papa Gio's too busy doing karate and kickboxing. What's up, Papa Gio? Here we go. Lucrative MMA. James is on.
Chris, the man. Been a while, mate. How you been?
Been about, about 13 days, man. How you been?
I know. I've missed you, man. I've missed you.
Yeah. I've missed you, too. We kept in touch. We just didn't get live together. How you been?
Yeah, been doing well, mate. It was obviously an amazing card last week, so I really enjoyed that. Had my mates around to watch the card, and it was one of the best cards I've ever seen live, so I'm still high off that card, to be honest. This weekend, we've got a really, really bad card, which is the complete opposite of the card we've just had. So it's funny how MMA goes. And that's similar, you know, not to go on a rant instantly as soon as we kick off, but that's similar to MMA betting in general. It's like you have the best weekend of your life and then you have the worst weekend of your life. And that's gambling. And that's why you have to ride the waves, stay controlled emotionally in order to ride those waves. And we had a good wave last weekend with the UFC. We won a lot of money, but we also had a lot of good fights. And this weekend, we're coming down a little bit. We're still going to win money, but the fights are not as good. So, but I'm still looking forward to it like every weekend.
People say UFC 290 was one of the best cards ever. I say UFC 290 would have been one of the best cards ever if it had a big name heavyweight fight on the main card. But to answer a lot of people's questions, I think it was one of the best cards in a long time. Hats off to the UFC for putting that one together. It was originally supposed to have John Jones versus Stipe Miocic. That was pushed back, and they filled the card nicely. It was an awesome card, top to bottom.
Yeah, it was one of my favorite cards ever. One of my mates said that maybe it wasn't the best of all time because the culmination in the main event wasn't like, it didn't have a massive bang in the main event. Volk kind of just dominated easily, and he was minus 400 favorite. But I mean, that's the only critique you could ever have. And it was still a good fight. He still finished the fight. It wasn't like a boring 5-round decision, Carla Esparza versus Rose Namajunas or something. So, yeah, man, it was just an insane fight card all around. Robbie Lawler's retirement was amazing, getting that knockout. And then literally, as soon as he got the knockout, they started playing the retirement speech, hype reel video thing. I mean, amazing fights, man. Seriously, it was one of the best I've ever seen.
I think Rory has one more.
Rory has what?
Well, I think Robbie has one more.
You reckon?
I think so.
But
I said Rory.
Now, right?
I said Rory. Sorry, I said Rory for all the fans out there.
Yeah.
I said Rory because I was thinking, you know, in my mind last week, International Fight Week, Rory McDonald was supposed to be there. Anderson Silva wasn't there. Those two big names were missing. And when James was talking about Robbie Lawler retiring, I was like, damn, Rory. Where was Rory? So yeah, that's something I wanted to bring up. As Rory wasn't there, Anderson Silva wasn't there, his son was there, yeah, I think Robbie has one more fight, and I would have loved to see them two stars there at UFC 290. You know, the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I think Robbie can fight forever, man. That guy's an animal, but we'll see, man. Maybe his family have told him to pack it in because he's definitely been in a few wars. He's paid his dues to MMA, you know, so. Right. I'm glad he bowed out on a big knockout as well, because you don't get fairy tale endings in MMA, but Robbie kind of got it last weekend, so shout out to him.
And shout out to him, and if he goes out, you know, with the last win, it was unbelievable. Couple close uppercuts, knockout, walk off. Yeah. He just ended it in perfect fashion. Thank you, Robbie. Let's get into this week. What do you got? You
know what? Last week I was you know, upset we didn't do a live for all the viewers here now, because I would have gave some banger bets out. Last week, I played Dricus du Plessis as a plus 300 underdog, and obviously he cashed there. I also had a massive bet on the fight to finish under 2.5 rounds, which obviously cashed there as well. So everybody was thinking Robert Whittaker was going to win that fight, but not yours truly, you know. We don't bet.
What's a massive bet? Real quick, what's a massive bet to you, James?
Well, a massive bet is, so we work in units, right? So most people won't really understand that, but professional gamblers work in units because It's an easy way that whoever tails my plays, whoever buys my picks, they can tail me with whatever money they have. For example, if I make $1,000 bet, it's not a big bet for me. But if someone makes $1,000 bet that follows my picks, that might be their whole life savings. So we can't use $1,000. I can't say to you, Chris, go and put $1,000 bet on, because $1,000 to you is not going to be the same as $1,000 to me. So what we do is we use units, right? So I tell somebody, go and put 3 units on this. A unit is a percentage of the amount of money that you have to spend on sports betting, usually 1%. So if you have $10,000 to spend on gambling, then 1 unit would be 1%. That would be $100, right? So typically my units are about $1,000. And so I had a 3-unit bet on Dricus du Plessis to fight to finish under 2.5 rounds. So I put 3 grand on that. I put 3 grand on that. I won about 2 grand profit. So it was 5 grand total return all in all. And then I also put $500 on Dricus du Plessis, which returned $2,000. So a $1,500 profit. So just on that fight alone, I won about 7 grand.
Wow. Just on that fight alone.
Yeah. I won about 7 grand.
Right. And that's
which was good.
That's one fight. That's one weekend. And the UFC has 50 fights a year, 48 fights a year, plus all the other organizations. Add the math, guys. Add it up.
We're betting every single week. UFC, Bellator, PFL, and always, like, there's lots of scammers in this industry. So I'll always say it, Chris. We are third-party tracked, which means that I cannot fake my record. You can go back and see a list of all of my plays, wins, and losses for the last 5 years. And even if you don't want to buy my picks, I give out tons of free content every single day on my Instagram channel, and every single week, and on my YouTube channel, and every single day on my Telegram channel. So even if you don't want to sign up, I'm giving tons of free content all the time. And that's what I was saying last week. We didn't do a live, but I would have gave out some good free bets. The week before that, Chris, do you remember I gave out, on this live, I gave out a free bet. Grant Dawson versus Demir Ismagulov, fight goes to decision. It was -190 or -210, one of them. And that hit, it was kind of close because Grant got his back a few times, but that hit with ease, really. So whoever was listening last time, I've already made them some money, you know. So shout out to you, because you were smart and you made some money.
I actually watched that YouTube video because we uploaded it to YouTube, and I said, hey, you were right on with that.
Yeah. So it's tough. It's tough giving out free picks on here, because I bet like 10 bets a weekend. For me to just pick one random bet and hope it's one that wins, it's tough. But we did it last time anyway, so yeah, you're welcome, whoever bet on that.
Yeah. Holly Holm is back this week, right?
Yeah. Holly Holm versus Mayra Silva. What do you reckon for that one, Chris? It's a good fight.
I don't know, man. I'm still undecided. How about Holm decision? I'm super excited, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good. It's a good fight. Like, the fight's fine. You know, I don't mind the fight, but but it shouldn't be a main event. It shouldn't be a 5-round main event. It's just a random fight.
I'm not excited about the styles, the matchup. For me, I prefer to see, different type styles in a main event. I'm not excited. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not excited. I love women's MMA, but I'm just not excited about this main event.
Yeah, completely understandable. You and most other MMA fans. To be honest, this is probably the worst main event that we've had all year. So. But like I look at things a little bit different, because obviously I'm a gambler and I make money. I make my living from betting on sports. So when I'm looking at fights, I'm not always looking to be excited. I'm just looking to make money. So as long as I can make money on it, I'm excited about money. You know what I mean? So I don't really care how I can make money. I don't care what fight is. As long as I can make money from it, I'm going to be excited. So I'm not sure.
I got to tell you this comment. Andrew McMullen made me laugh. He says this week's card is absolutely booty cheeks.
Yeah. It's us. It's us.
No, that's funny, because he kind of incorporated it, because every time Holly Holm fights, right, her trunks go up and they show the booty cheeks.
Okay.
I didn't mean to interrupt you, man. I just thought that was funny.
Yeah. So basically, you know, it's booty cheeks, the fight card. But like I said, I don't really care. All I care about is making money. So as long as they give me some lines, which they have. Chris, I have a max bet on this card. That
Max bet.
means what that means in gambling terms is I'm really effing confident. I
Okay.
haven't had a max bet for the entire year. So I rarely have max bets, but when I do, I do it for a reason. And this weekend, there's a specific fighter that I think is going to smash, and the odds are really, really good. So I've put a lot of money on it. Me personally, I've put about $7 on her so far.
This week.
And yes, I've put about $7 on them, and I'm gonna probably end up with about $10 on them myself, which is a big bet for me. So this is a perfect weekend to sign up if you want my place, because I have the first ever max bet in the last 6 months, and my record on max plays is 33 and 3. That means 33 wins and 3 losses, which is an insane record in sports betting. 111 units profited and 32% ROI over the 36 max bets. So this is a great weekend, and I can't wait for it. I'm actually very excited for this card just because of that max bet.
You're saying the MMA gods gave you a little gift this weekend.
Yeah, they blessed me. I mean, we're going to see how it plays out, but I'm really confident going into this fight because of this specific max bet. So I can't wait, man.
You want to find out what that max bet is? Go to lucrativemmabetting.com.
Yeah.
We want to give them a freebie for the weekend? Little gift? Little something, little taste?
Yeah. I'm going to bring the card up now because I don't remember all the fights. And then I'll give him a free bet.
While you're thinking there, let's talk about Ngannou versus Tyson Fury and how massive that news is. Ngannou left the UFC as UFC heavyweight champion, rolled the dice on himself, put all in on himself, and look, he won.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Good luck to him. In terms of the fight, I couldn't care less about it. Fury's just going to do what he wants to him. I mean, Fury's best heavyweight boxer in the world, fighting someone who's never had a boxing fight. It's just ridiculous. But definitely well done to Francis Ngannou. He's obviously getting paid. He's fighting boxing, which he's wanted to do for a long, long time. So shout out to Francis Ngannou. But in terms of the fight, man, it's definitely a. I mean, I don't care about that fight at all, Chris. I mean, it's just like, you know, I cared about Mayweather McGregor, but at this point in time, I don't know, man. I guess Francis Ngannou can knock out any man in the world. Let's just hype that up, you know, one punch power. But I mean, Tyson Fury is just going to bully him. He's going to do what he wants to him.
Absolutely. GOAT. Dr. Daniel Lewin says you're the GOAT. Another guy said someone keeps stealing your picks and sharing them, James.
Well, that's what happens when you're the best in the game, and when you have the best handicapping service in the game. There's obviously gonna be people trying to rip you off, right? That's just the nature of the beast. But there's only one place you can get all of my plays as they drop. And one of the main things is you need to get the same lines as I bet. For example, lines move very quickly, and I wouldn't bet a fighter at minus 250. But I would bet them at minus 200. So it's very important to get the lines that I bet. And that's why I always preach that. But we'll get straight onto the free bet that I'm going to give out right now. And I think that's going to be... There's a few here that I want to give out, Chris.
Okay.
But I'm just going to choose one.
Yeah.
So I'll give out Nazim Sadikov. He's fighting Terence McKinney. And obviously Terence McKinney is a motherfucker. And Terence McKinney can knock anybody out, right? Actually, you know what? I'm not going to give that bet out. I already did, right? But I'm actually going to give an underdog out. I want to give an underdog out. Because it's easy to pick a favorite, Chris. It's easy to say, this guy's a big favorite, he's going to win. I want to pick an underdog because that's a lot harder. Chelsea Chandler, plus 110 underdog. The bookies are saying that she's not going to win. The market is saying that she's not going to win. but I'm saying that she is going to win. So let's see who's right. I got Chelsea Chandler here. I think she's the more physical girl. I think she's the more aggressive girl with her physicality anyway. I think if she ends up on top, she can do big damage. And I just think at this point in their careers, Numa Dumont she's a good fighter, she's a good striker, but I do think she can be out-muscled at times, out-physicaled and out-hustled, like we saw Macy Chiasson do to her. And I don't see why Chandler can't do what Macy Chiasson done. So I'm picking an underdog, Chris, plus 110 underdog. I've already bet her. I bet her at plus 120. This is what I'm talking about, getting my plays as soon as I send them out. Because I got her at plus 120, but now she's plus 110. On some books, she's plus 100. I wouldn't play her at plus 100. That's not a good bet. Plus 120 is a good bet. Plus 110 is still all right. So I'm giving it out as a free pick. The last free pick cashed. But like I say all the time, forget the free picks. If you want to actually earn money with me, don't try and get one pick every week and hope to get rich. Get 10 picks every week from me and actually make real money. That's what a smart person would do. And that's what many people have done and cashed with me every single weekend. But yeah, the free pick for this week's going to be Chelsea Chandler at plus 110 underdog.
Right, he gave away 2 free picks if you paid attention there.
I did, yeah. If you pay attention, I did.
Good. Anything you want to talk about? Anything you want to plug before we head out?
Not really, man. And just that, like I said, I got a max play this weekend, which is, it doesn't come along often. The membership fee for my website is worth it for this one bet alone. Easily. It's worth way more, to be honest. But not only do you get this one bet alone if you sign up, you also get the next 30 days worth of picks and every single other pick I make this weekend, which will be about another 9. So, yeah, I mean, this is the perfect weekend to sign up. Anybody listening now, they're in for a treat. They're lucky that they're listening to this because not only have I gave out free picks, but I'm also coming to you on the best weekend of the entire year to sign up. And we're already up 91 units this year. I've never been up this many units this year. This has been the best year I've ever had. I mean, I'm destroying it almost every single week. I'm just going to continue to do it, man. So yeah, if you want to follow me along and get free picks and get free content every single day, then just click at Lucrative MMA right now. You can probably click along the top and you can go to my Instagram. If you follow my Instagram, you're going to get lots of free content, just like I've given out on here, not only about the best plays, but also about how to gamble and how professionals gamble and how to make money from sports betting. Not just telling you who's going to win this weekend, telling you actually how to make money, all for free. So that's all I've got to plug.
That's real important. James posts content every day, educating you and us and everyone of what not to do, what to do, and gives advice. He doesn't tell you, hey, put money here, put money there. He teaches you how he made mistakes, how he learned, and how he's killing it right now. Yeah. So make sure you check out Lucrative MMA on Instagram, Twitter, Telegram, and lucrativemmabetting.com. Sign up, get your max bet. Let's make some money this weekend.
Yeah, and if you go to lucrativemmabetting.com, there's a little tab on my website. It's free tips. You can click on that tab, input your email, and you'll get free tips sent to your email directly from me. So if you want to see what I'm about before, you can definitely do that, man. But thanks for having me on, Chris. I've enjoyed it as usual. Hopefully we gave the viewers some game and some good bets and some good picks. And good luck to everybody this weekend.
That's right. This is Real Talk. This is Chris from MMA Uncensored, James from Lucrative MMA. You guys take care. We'll see you next week, same time.
Yeah.